have like one trash can in your house that you always use, you don't use anything else? That's me. Hey guys, it's Annika. Welcome to my Tronica. I'm back with a happy video for a change. My past few videos have been kind of weak, kind of sad. There was like a mental health video, a vlog. It just hasn't been going very well. But I'm back. I still don't have a tripod, so my camera's on candles. So if this happens, fuck. That's why. I did get a new SD card so now I can film. So I'm gonna be filming a bunch of videos today. So if I'm wearing the same like trash shirt, this is literally from 2003. If I'm wearing the same thing and I look the same, this is why. Today I'm going to be doing a full face using only drugstore makeup. I've gotten a lot of requests to do this kind of video, and I've been like really pushing myself to do a bunch of homework right now, so I'm taking a break and I'm gonna do this. So I tried to keep everything here on the lower end of the drugstore scale. So I was gonna do, my favorite drugstore bronzer is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but that is $15, so that is like basically high-end price. So I'm going with the e.l.f. contour kit today instead. So everything should be on the lower end. We have some Wet n Wild, e.l.f., Maybelline, all that kind of stuff. So yes! So, of course, I'm going to start off with primer. This is one of my favorite drugstore primers. This is the Maybelline Master Prime. This is the Blur and Smooth one. I also really like the Blur and Illuminate one, but honestly, oh, I need a mirror. And I also need a bunch of brushes. Trash! I really like Maybelline primers. I really like the baby skin. I like all of the ones in the Master Prime range. I'm not a huge fan of the redness one. I really don't feel like it gets rid of my redness, but you know what? You do you. So I'm just gonna be putting this like on my nose. So the only thing that I couldn't find a drugstore thing for is an eyebrow pencil. So I already have my eyebrows filled in. And the thing is, if you're gonna buy one thing that's high-end, I totally recommend that you buy a high-end brow item, because your brows, like, girl, they need to be slaying. And also, like, you don't fill in your eyebrows, that's totally fine, but I do have I'm on autofocus right now, and I kind of hate autofocus, but I do have a drugstore brow gel that I will be using. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with foundation. This is the Maybelline this is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. I'm in the shade 110. I've mentioned that I really like the dewy and smooth as well, but as of late, I've been getting kind of oily, so I'm using the Matte and Poreless. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques sponge. It's the normal one. It has like the angled thing. I need to wet it. Un momento, por favor. I've been getting a lot of people recently telling me that I try too hard to be funny, and listen, girl, if I wanted to be funny, I would try a little bit harder, because I'm not that funny. But lots of people have been like complaining about that. They're like, you try too hard, like, oh my god, like, kill yourself. And I'm like, okay, I will. So I'm just gonna put this. I think I did too much. I just did that much, but that's definitely too much, and I'm just gonna start putting that onto my face. I really like this sponge, but I think mine's getting a little bit janked up because it's like, I don't know, it's like falling apart basically. But I really like the sponge. It's very soft, and I really like the flat side for baking. I just realized that the majority of all my makeup is drugstore. Like, you can find a lot of good stuff at the drugstore. Oh, also, I wanted to say that if any of you guys have found an eyebrow pencil at the drugstore that works really well, comment down below and I will pin it to the top of the comments so that everybody can see that that is a good eyebrow pencil. And I can also buy it and like try it out, and I'll see if I like it, because who knows, I might like it more than my brow is. Can you focus on me, please? Can we not have this conversation now? My nose is so weird because it has so many like nooks and crannies in it, because I have like a really weird nose, so I hate, like, I have to like go like that to get my foundation on. I don't think I've ever tried this foundation on top of this primer, and I think that I really like it. Like, you see like how flawless I look? Like, I actually look this flawless close up. You make up flawless. This foundation is a little bit too light for me at the moment, but it's okay because we're gonna fix it with some bronzer. Okay, this is the foundation. I really like this. This is about, I will put the price like right here. I don't know how much it is in like Canada and everything, but this is about like $8 or $9, which is a pretty good deal for an ounce of foundation, a fluid ounce of foundation, or 30 milliliters. So for concealer, I'm going in with my Maybelline Master Conceal. I really love this concealer. You guys know I haven't used this in a hot fucking minute, but this concealer is so full coverage, and if you want a full coverage concealer from the drugstore, this is the way to go. The only thing that I don't like about this concealer is the packaging. I don't like how it's a squeezy tube. I really like my concealers in like with an applicator. I will forgive it because it is a really good concealer. I'd say like Maybelline is around the higher price at the drugstore. It's one of the more expensive things, up with Physicians Formula and L'Oreal. I think those are the most expensive things at the drugstore, but this stuff is really good quality and it is definitely worth how much. And also, you can find these things on sale all the time, and like CVS gets coupons all the time, and it's very rare that you're gonna find like something going on sale at Sephora, or finding a coupon for something at Sephora. Also, depending on which drugstore you go to, it's gonna be cheaper. I know that like like prices at CVS are way more expensive than at Target, or if you shop at Walmart than at Walmart. So now I'm going to set my face. I need to get brushes. I literally don't have any brushes. 1 second. Right now I'm so stressed out about my schoolwork, and oh, sorry. I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is my favorite powder from the drugstore. I can safely say that. But the packaging is trash. Like I mentioned that I broke it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like basically a hole. But the product itself is really good, and you can see I've really gotten into it. So I'm using this Real Techniques Expert face brush, I think. Yeah. And I'm just setting underneath my eyes, and I'm gonna set on my chin as well because I put concealer there. Everywhere else, I don't really need to put powder because it is matte, and this foundation doesn't have a tendency to crease on me. I actually might go in between my eyebrows. Just because. But I love this powder. It doesn't look super cakey, and it's like pretty affordable. I got it for like $6 at Ulta. My arm is fucking sticky and I don't know why. I need to take a shower. I like hate showering. You guys know this, but like I have to do it, obviously. What do I do now? I think I'm gonna go onto my eyes and then I'll come back to my face. I'm gonna be using, for my eyeshadow, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. This is my favorite palette from the drugstore. The quality is so nice. They're all shimmery, but the thing is, like, it doesn't really look that shimmery. I might actually dip into a bronzer for my crease color just because, like, me. So I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. Blush and Bronzer Duo. This is in the shade St. Lucia. That's how people say it. I thought it was St. Lucia, but it's spelled L-U-C-I-A. St. Lucia, yes. I'm gonna be taking the brown shade on this sketchy Quivange brush, and I'm gonna be putting that into my crease because I want something matte in my crease. This has like little glitters, but like, let's be real, they like don't actually show up on your face. I'm making this video just to show you guys that I feel like I use a lot of high-end things on my channel. I don't know why. I feel really bad actually now that I'm thinking about it, but I guess the reason why is because I want to show if those high-end things are worth it or not. I want to try them out and I want to show them to you to see, like, do you guys think that they're worth it? So I'm like kind of building that up in my crease. Now that I have that in my crease, I'm going to be going into the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. What I really like about this palette is that it has one side of like greens and one side of browns. I use both of them honestly, and this color down here is like a duochrome blue brown, and it's really similar to the MAC blue brown pigment, which is like awesome. And also they really pulled it off. Like, it's a really good duochrome. But I'm going to be taking this shade right here. This is the crease shade. They're all kind of labeled. This says brow bone, this says eyelid, this says crease, and then this says definer. So I'm going to be kind of following that, and I'm going to be taking the crease shade. This stuff is like super pigmented, so you should be careful, and I'm just kind of like deepening my crease with that color. Oh my god, we're already 11 fucking minutes into the motherfucking video. Okay, I'm going to be going into the shade, the definer shade, and I'm going to be defining, I guess. I'm going to be putting that in my outer corner. Fuck, wait, what is this? Do we see this? Do you see how it's dark? Wait, what? Wait, what? Guys, I'm coming out. I'm secretly black. Fuck! I just want to die. What is on this brush? Oh my god, so I was watching this girl, and I don't know who she was. I don't follow her or subscribe to her on YouTube. She was just like doing this video, and it was in my recommended, and it was like a full body blackhead mask, and she said in the beginning, she's like, this is not meant to be racist at all, and I'm like, bitch, you fucking what? I can't believe that people would actually find that racist. I can't believe people would actually think that she's trying to do blackface. Like, that's so funny. If somebody were doing a blackhead mask on their face and they're like trying it out, they would be like, I'm not trying to do blackface. What the fuck? That's so weird to me. I can't believe that people are that fucking sensitive. I think I'm gonna be going with my NYX glitter primer. So I'm gonna be going in with this e.l.f. smudge brush, and I'm gonna be putting this where I didn't put any shadow before. I'm going to be going in with this NYX Roll-On Shimmer in the shade Mauve Pink. People from Canada say mauve. Like, in their videos, they say mauve, and I, like, cringe. God, I love these roll-on glitters. I have two of them. I have one in the shade Salmon, and then I have this one. I love the way they look. They look so nice. They do have a little bit of fallout, of course, because they're glitter, but if you just take this fluffy brush and you just go underneath and brush that away, I really like the way that looks. Sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't... This is drugstore, but I'm sorry that I didn't, like, do a complete look with that palette. I honestly thought I was going to. This was like a spurt in the moment. Because I'm so fucking spontaneous. Fuck my pussy. Looks like someone busted a nut in my eye. Nope, nope. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Actually, there's no going back from this. This one's for the boys with the booming system. Top down ACU with the cooling system. When he come up in the club, he blazing up. Got stacks on deck like he raising up. And he ill, he real, he might get a deal. He pop bottles and he got the right kind of bill. He cold, he dope, he might sell coke. He always in the air, but he never fly coach. He a motherfucking chip seller at the ship. When he make a drip, kiss him on the lip. That's the gonna do. word I was looking for. And yes, you get slapped if you're looking home. Said, excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. I mean, I like how we can fly. I mean, you're so shy, and I'm loving your tie. You're like slicker than the guy with the thing on his eye. Yes, I did. Somebody please tell me that if I am Nicki Minaj, I'm back in dudes up. I used to think it was I am Nicki Minaj, I'm back in dudes up, bad food truck. I was actually like so confused. I'm gonna be going in with the Morphe E36, and I'm gonna be going back into that Wet n Wild palette. Going in with the first color that we took, this crease shade. I'm gonna be putting that on my lower lash line to be like my bun. It's literally because I haven't brushed my hair in 4 days. My hair, like I brush it and then it stays brushed. I maintain it for like 2 days and then it gets a little bit tangled and like, okay, I'll brush it later. So I just like put it in a bun and then it just continually gets worse and worse. I am going to be setting my eyebrows using the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. This is the clear mascara and I really like this for my eyebrows. So I'm going to be brushing this through my eyebrows. If you're looking for an affordable clear brow gel, this is great. This is like from the OG days of YouTube. People used to use this. So now I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. blush and bronzer powder. I'm going to be using the bronzer shade in this. I'm not a huge fan of the blush. I guess it's kind of good. It's getting better since I like scraped the first layer off, but it's not very pigmented. I'm going to be using this It Cosmetics. You wish it was It Cosmetics. I'm going to be using this Real Technique. I don't know why I said It Cosmetics. This is like the face setting brush. And I'm going to be going right under my cheekbones. My favorite drugstore bronzer is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but it is like $16. And that is not drugstore price in my opinion. Like that you could get, I don't know, you could probably get something high end for that. I know I got my Chocolate Soleil bronzer off of Poshmark for like that much. Like that is way too expensive and I'm not about to recommend that to you. But this is a very pigmented bronzer. You also get a blush that's pretty good once you like get the top layer off. But this bronzer is really good and it's like $3. And they also, I'm pretty sure they have a cream version of this. So if you're more into cream contouring, then you can use that. My favorite story ever is like one time I was wearing bronzer and I like contoured my chin. And my brother went up to me and he's like, Annie, you have like dirt underneath your chin or something. And I'm like, so now that my bronzer is done, I'm going to be going in with this e.l.f. Stippling brush. For blush, I'm using the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. This is like a cult favorite on YouTube, and I totally understand why. I haven't tried any of the other colors, but I have their rose blushes, and I can say like I really like Milani blushes. The reason why I didn't get anything else is because I really like this color. This is like my shade of blush, like peaches. Now I'm going to go in with mascara, and you guys know my favorite drugstore mascara is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Unfortunately, I can't mix it with my Better Than Sex today, but it is still an amazing mascara on its own. I just need to do a couple of coats of it to make my lashes like really stand out. Fuck! Oh my god, why can't I do anything fucking right? I should just end my life at this point. I'm gonna go shoot myself in the head. BRB! Can I get sponsored by Q-Tip? Honestly, I want Q-Tip to send me a bunch of stuff. Guys, I really want to get PR. Like I haven't, oh my god, I've been going for more than 24 minutes. I really want to start receiving PR. Free makeup. Yeah, fuck yeah. Nope. Oh, fuck. I literally just made eyeliner. Fuck. Do you ever just want to die? Am I making the drugstore look good yet? I still look like trash. Now I'm going to be doing glow. For my glow today, I'm going to be using this j.cat Beauty Triple Crown Baked Eyeshadow in the shade Dolce de Leche. This is my second favorite highlighter of all times. In fact, I'd say this is a dupe for my favorite highlighter, which is MAC's Soft and Gentle. And I'm thinking about making a dupes video once I have enough, but they are so similar. Just look how beautiful that is. I'm going to be using my Morphe M501, of course, and I'm going to be mixing all 3 colors together. This would be perfect on almost any skin tone. I got mine at Ulta and it is a little bit on the pricey side. I think this was like $8 or $9, but this is such a good highlighter. And also, like, no offense to the drugstore, but it's kind of known for not having that great of highlighter. But this, you see like how glowy this is, and like you guys know I'm like all for pop and glow. It literally looks like I'm wet. Fucking wet. Actually, I am wet because this highlighter is making me hard. Like actually making me fucking come. Okay, the last step is lips, and I'm going to be using this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. I love this. I remember like the first makeup video that I did on my channel, I don't know if it's private or public. I think I made it private, but I can make it public again. Was like a review of these, and I had bought like 3 of them. I think this was the first thing that I ever bought from Ulta. Yeah, it was. I remember like walking in and thinking that Ulta was like the fucking shit, and like thinking that it was so beautiful and like so pure, and like now I go in their fucking dumpster. Like, okay, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Please comment, rate, subscribe, suck my dick. I need to to like fix my hair because I'm about to take the thumbnail picture because I'm such a fucking beauty guru. We are hitting the 30 fucking minute mark. I've been filming for 30 motherfucking minutes. Jesus. I don't think I've ever filmed for this long. Bye.